Hello, family. I had an amazing and a very powerful experience early this morning. So, my live streaming got suspended, like practically while I was on live. My live stopped, and they said have been suspended for 1 week because of what I was talking about. Actually, I was talking about how we were colonized, how our ancestors were treated, and stuff like that. So, basically, I was talking about colonialism. And when my account got suspended, the reason they gave was hate speech. So, I'm talking about colonization. I'm talking about how our African ancestors were treated. I'm talking about how my people were treated so wrongly, so poorly, so inhumanly, and I am being suspended for hate speech. Like the truth, what was done unto me, when I say what was done unto me, it becomes a hate speech. So I was disturbed because I have just been working on my account very hard recently, and I was just like, no, 1 week without having access to my live streaming, that's just too much. So I took my water, I took the drinking water which I've been using, and I went to one corner in the bedroom, right there on the ties, and I made a libation, and I call on my ancestors. I call on all the African ancestors, from the northern part of Africa to the south, to the east, to the west, to the center. I call on all the ancestors of Africa. I call on all those who left while fighting for our freedom. I call on all those who did all they could do for our freedom. And I told them, see, I've been restricted because I was talking about you people. And the period they gave me to restore my live streaming is too long. 1 week is too long. I cannot wait. So I told them that I have just one mission. So I told my ancestors that I have just one mission for them. The reason why I've called them is that I have just one mission for them. Let my account be restored. That is all I ask for. So mind you, before I did this, I had appeal. Before I did this, I had appeal. And when I made, after I appeal, I did one or two things. All of this happened in the space of about 25 to 30 minutes. So after one or two things, I went to do my communication, my prayer, if you want, or anyhow you want to call it. So I communicated with my ancestors. I told them to rectify this thing. I told them to work on it, and then actually I told them by this morning I want to have access to my live streaming. That is what I told them, and I told them that if by this morning I have access to my live streaming, I will never stop talking about what was done to them. To those who don't know, I will never stop talking, and I will never stop learning. I will never stop looking for the truth, searching for the truth, because myself, I still have a long way to go to learn about the real story of colonization, to learn about the real things our ancestors went through. Like, we don't know, I don't know even up to 10%. I don't know up to 10% because most of these things were hidden to us and they taught us other things. So I said, I will keep learning, I will keep seeking for the truth, and I will keep talking about it. I will keep sharing it. I will keep telling somebody who needs to hear it. I will keep telling somebody who doesn't know. And definitely all my children are going to know what I know the truth. And that is the condition I told them. That's the condition I gave them. Let them restore my account this morning, like this same morning. The whole thing happened around 2 a.m. In my intention, in my mind, I was thinking, okay, after that, I will just go and sleep. And I was telling them, like, when I wake up, maybe if I wake up around 9, 10 o'clock, I want to see my account restored. I want to see my I want to see my live streaming restored. So after that, I went and sat, and I was still doing one or two things on my phone, and then bam, I saw, behold, I saw my account has been restored. Guys, from the moment I made my prayers to the time my account was restored, it took just less than 10 minutes. Guys, I say less than 10 minutes, my account was restored. I'm using this medium to tell anybody who is listening to me, go and look on what is libation, in case you don't know what is libation. And many of you are offering libation without knowing. Many of you are doing libation. With libation should be done on the soil, on the ground. But I just could not wait for morning time to go out. I did it right there in the bedroom on the ties. And behold, guys, the most amazing part of it, less than 10 minutes after my account was restored, my access to my live streaming was restored. I was gone for a restriction of 1 week with warning that if I have this kind of restriction, my account could be banned. From 1 week, in less than 10 minutes, my account was restored. So why am I doing this video? To tell somebody who needs to hear it, that your ancestors, they are there for you. They are ready. They are just waiting for you to come. They are just waiting for you to know that they are there. They are ready for you. They are ready to work for you. They are ready to partner with you. They are ready to guide you, to direct you on whatsoever. They are ready to help you to take that decision which you are struggling with. They are ready to help you through that period you are going through. They are ready to help you get that job. They are ready for anything. And they don't give you condition, they don't ask you for any form of sacrifice. No, they don't. You just ask them what you want. You are not begging them. You are not begging them. You are not crying and saying, my ancestors, do this. My father, my mother, do this, do this. No, you don't cry. You tell them, you call them by their name. By their name. When I say name, I mean the name that is related to your language, your dialect. That is the name you used to call them, not the colonial name. Not the Peter and the Magdalene and the and. No, not those names. You call them the Ikechuku, the Obina, the Oluwa, the Kameni, the Ngunu. Those are the names you call them with. Your tribal names. Call them by the name and tell them what you want. Now, if you want, you tell them what you want. You tell them that if they do this for you, you are going to do this in return. That is all. Tell them what you can do in return. It is not compulsory. It is not compulsory to do something in return. But if you tell them, make sure you do what you said you would do when they answer you. If they don't answer you, you don't owe them anything. If they don't give you the response you want, you don't owe them anything. But if they give you that response you want, you ask for, you owe them. This video is part of what I said I will do. I will keep talking about it. I have been talking for a very long time. Your ancestors are there for you. That's your mother, that's your father, those your grandparents, those your great grandparents who have left this world, and you are there crying and missing them and going through hardship and misery and praying and fasting and starving yourself and praying and praying and praying all kind of prayers on this earth for years, and nothing is still moving. And then you have parents who are of late, who have gone to the other world, who are now spiritual beings. You are even there praying that they should go to heaven, when they are there waiting for you to tell them what to do for you. If you have ear, Otep, Otep, Otep.